Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. Yeah, Solana is definitely in an uptrend. The question is only how long lasting is it? I myself, I'm still very skeptical about a possible wave 5 low here on the 18th of June. So from an Elliott wave point of view, we always want to see the evidence in the Elliott wave patterns. Yeah, so we always want to see in a downtrend, for example, 5 waves as complete to get obviously the likelihood or the chance to turn around and get back into a 5-wave move to the upside. Because the 5-wave moves, they are always running in line with the higher level trend. So basically a 5-wave impulse would always run into the direction of the higher level trend. Here, obviously we had a downtrend, 5 waves. You can see the wave degree here in white in brackets moved down. The wave count suggests that this here could have been finished, but this wave 5 would have been a so-called truncated wave, a shorter wave. Normally you would expect that to make a lower low compared to the wave 3 here, which happened on the 13th of June, but it wasn't a lower low. And that makes you normally quite skeptical about a potential low being in. However, the price action for now seems to definitely or at least give us reason to make a case for possibly that truncated wave arrangement, because the price has moved up since the low nearly 60%. That is quite significant also compared to what other cryptos did. And that is exactly the point when making such a truncated low, that you indeed are running fast to the upside, because there has been so much upside pressure that the price is running usually afterwards, and it is at the moment. We have to be very honest with that. I mean, what you can currently see on the chart is that we have now 3 times in a row we have made higher highs. So this is obviously a higher high compared to the previous one, here a higher high, and here a higher high. Definitely an uptrend, and also a low, a higher low, and a higher low. Now if you look in terms of something of similar size, it really takes a while until you find something like that on the chart. Maybe here, yeah. But if you look at this, which happened in May, you really only have one higher high, another higher high, and that's it then. Then you are going down. And here the overall duration of those moves seems to be a bit longer. So time-wise, it's a bit extended. And obviously the next higher high then did not even make it higher, and there was this continuation of the downtrend. The problem here was that we couldn't really count this as an impulse to the upside back then. I've been talking about this being a WXY pattern back then, a wave 4, that made sense. The difference now is that we have 5 waves as complete. Here we didn't. Here we only had 3 waves complete, and it made total sense to count this as a 4th wave and then the 5th wave down. That worked out perfectly, and now we have 5 waves as complete, and we are here in a potential uptrend. Absolutely. I mean, you can't deny it is an uptrend. The only question is how long lasting is it? And then if you look back here really throughout the entire history, the last time we had it really before was here back in March 2020, when we had quite a significant move up from the lows of, I think it was around $70, $75, all the way up to 150 nearly, 142 it was. Yeah. So yeah, this is what's currently happening here, and it is certainly something very interesting that we definitely need to keep an eye on. It doesn't mean the low definitely has to be in. There is at the moment still significant downside potential, as I said before, until we really break above this $48 level here. There is definitely still significant downside risk, and even the $48 level, it doesn't really take away all the risk, but it definitely gives a bit of a relief from the downward pressure. It is structurally a very important level. So anyway, since the last video, as suggested, we have been moving up a little bit higher towards the wave 3 high here. As I said in the previous video, in this wave 3, in which we, based on this scenario, currently are, we would need to reach the price of around $53, $54, the 1.618 FIB extension. Now, as you probably know, this will not move in a straight line. There will be ups and downs, there will be subwaves. So it could very well be we have only just now seen here a few subwaves ending of that third wave, and we are still obviously in the making. Seems like we might be entering now a bit of a correction here, and as you can see, this engulfing red candle which is coming down here, the question will be, and that will be very important, is this previous support, that wave 1 high, going to hold? It is just a previous swing high, which would be good in such an uptrend to hold. So watch out for that level. If that's holding, that would be good, because we've basically broken a previous swing high. And if that is not, if we don't hold it, then there is a chance of to drop back to the previous swing high, which is at $37. And then I guess the swing low is the next one here at $33.70. But yeah, we find a bearish reaction here to one of these resistance levels that I had on the charts, that wave 2 high, which I mentioned before. So that works out. And now the question is obviously, do we hold that wave 1 high? Would be good. The bullish scenario would be if we hold it and then move up, blast through here, and then hit the next resistance. And I mentioned to you the $45 level will be significant resistance. Why? First of all, it is this wave 2 high from the 6th of June. So it's basically another swing high resistance. Yeah, but also you can see this yellow line coming down here. That is the 50-day moving average that will provide resistance here as well. So that will be definitely resistance, and breaking the 50-day moving average to the upside and confirming that will be bullish. And then we can address that $48 level, 48, 41. This is the wave 4 high. And after that, we can move to that $54, $53 level. That would be that wave 2 high. All important resistance levels where we can expect resistance, where it is important to retest the previous high as support. So that's what we're doing here at the moment, working our way from a higher high to a higher low. What you can do if you've been trading this, and if you bought down here one of these lows, yeah, then obviously you can always move your stop loss up to avoid any losses. That is definitely below the previous swing low. That is definitely a possibility, so that you can't really lose anything anymore. And I have to tell you, there is still significant downside risk. And this is not necessarily going to work out, but we are tracking here a potential first impulse to the upside that definitely has potential to create something in terms of, yeah, you know, a sustainable uptrend, especially as we've moved up 60% since the low. We currently are seeing an impulse here and here. We have broken out of this corrective channel to the downside, and we are taking here currently resistance after resistance. Yeah? And it's now important to hold this previous resistance as support. So this will be the next step that you need to watch out for. If we do, as I said, next resistance level will be that $45 level. So first of all, obviously the $42 where we got rejected, but then the $45 where you can also find the 50-day moving average. So it's getting interesting here on the Solana chart, and I'll keep you updated. Thanks a lot for watching. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.